G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of 3 Minute Thursdays, trucks, tinnies and trebles. Now today we're looking at the Dometic Pico, I think it's called, Pico FTC 1x1 TC. Go and Google that or look it up on adventureconcepts.com.au. They stock all this Dometic gear. Now, every now and then, actually quite often, the beauty of what I do in Wild Reaches is I come across these products that really excite me. There's so much rubbish on the market, and as you guys know, that's what this channel is about, me cutting through the crap and showing you guys the good quality products. This swag, when it came out, it proper excited me. I went in and grabbed one, I took it away to Cape York. Jordo from Wild Reaches, you've all met Jordo, bloody legend. He slept in this thing and he loved it as well. And it went through, we had rain, we had crazy wind. We put this up on the back of my toy hauler trailer and he got a good night's sleep. It was amazing. So I want to share this with you guys. It's a bit pricey. This is the single version, but it's a big single. There's heaps of room in there, and it's $799. So you can get that at adventureconcepts.com.au or Maud Street, Maroochydore is where their store is. The double, which is huge, is like a 3-person tent really. It is $899, but I reckon the single's heaps. So let's go over a few of the features. I've set up my son's swag here, or he set it up. Now this is your traditional swag, right? Really thick canvas. You've got a fly screen, and the canvas here opens up on the top so you can see the stars, which is really cool. That's a feature that this Dometic one doesn't have. But I wanted to show you guys the difference between this new technology, these new modern swags, to the old school ones. Now, I'm not knocking the old school ones. I imagine 99% of the viewers who are watching this probably have this style swag. I've had them for donkey's years, I love them. But there are some pitfalls, right? So when you close this up, you've got your three supporting poles, and the water catches in here and sort of pulls up. Same here with your cover. It just sort of hangs on your face. It doesn't open up as well as the Dometic. The Dometic's like a tent in there. But it does have really good fly screen. It's got your awning on the front, which is quite basic. It has these little these little like rubber spots to put your shoes, like an entry mat on either side, which is really cool. It's also got a zip into the floor of the swag on the underside, so you can slip your shoes in there at night or your socks or whatever. Spiders aren't going to get into them, they're not going to get wet, and they're protected. So that's a cool swag, it really is. I'm not knocking them, but let's look at this new swag, the Dometic swag, because that's what this review is about. Now you'll see, you roll this thing out, it packs down to nothing. As you can see here, the comparison with the two sizes when they're packed up, the Dometic Pico has this, it's like a backpack. It's half the size of a traditional swag. It's about 8.5 kilos, so it is slightly heavier than the other swag, only slightly, maybe a kilo tops. But it's got straps on it, so you can chuck it on your back and hike into the bush and camp out, which is really simple. The only downfall I think with the bag is it just seems cheap. You know, for $799, you think they'd make a stronger bag. That wouldn't cost too much more to make a quality bag. I feel like all the stitching is going to rip eventually, and if you leave it in the sun for too long, it's going to fray. It's not waterproof, so if you leave it on the roof of your car, you're going to get water in there, things like that. Maybe it should come in a traditional canvas bag, a big thick traditional canvas bag. So the swag itself is made from poly cotton, so it's super lightweight and the water just beads off it. It's amazing. Like I said, we've had this in rain. I haven't tested it for a long period of time, like years. Unfortunately, I can't do that just yet. So I don't know what the UV is going to do to that. I've spoken to the reps at Dometic and they reckon this technology, the UV is not going to damage it. You don't have to keep recoating it, but we'll find out about that. The best thing about this swag, this is what excites me the most, is the airframe technology. So what you can see in here is about a 70mm tube that pumps up to about 2 PSI, I'm pretty sure. It's got an outlet here, an inlet, where you unscrew this and the air comes out in a matter of seconds, like 2 seconds. It's empty, it's flat, you roll it up. Or it pumps up with this pump here that you're seeing me using. This is the pump here, Dometic pump. It packs into that same bag, super lightweight, and it took about 30 pumps, I think it was 30, to pump this thing up. So it pumps up really quick. The mattress is the same. Another inlet outlet here for the mattress. Another downfall for this swag was, I don't know whether it's just because this is one of the first ones they made, but when I pumped it up, I think you meant to pump it up to 2 PSI, and the pump didn't tell me, the gauge wasn't working. I put in too many pumps and the mattress actually popped, and we were in the middle of the bush. So the last night, Jordo had to sleep on the deck of the trailer, just with a couple of sheets underneath him, so I think it's pretty uncomfortable. But these mattresses, this style mattress, which I'll show you in a sec when we jump in there, has been around forever. I've had the Cedar Summit hiking mattresses with that same technology, that kind of egg crate technology, And it's no good when you like put your elbow or your hand or something on it and push down, it feels like you'll have a rough night's sleep. But when you lay your whole body on there and it's all spread out, they're so comfortable. All you need to set this thing up is the pump, and it takes about 30 seconds to get the whole thing set up. You don't have to put all your pegs out, you don't have to put this awning out. This is actually the first time I've put the awning out, just to show you guys. But it is pretty cool, gives you that extra bit of shade, gives you that cover if it's going to rain, so you can put your shoes and stuff out here and climb into your tent. The poles are quality, they're adjustable with this lever, so you can lever them up and down, and then you just tighten your strap. So yeah, everything seems to be really good quality. Before we get inside, let's look at this. The Midgie mesh is also really good quality. Now, I recently filmed some episodes over on Minjerribah, and I found my rooftop tent, which is one of the best tents on the market, if not the best, the Bush Company. I actually had midgies coming in through the mesh. Now this is so much finer, this mesh here. I really prefer this mesh. So you're not going to get any midgies, mosquitoes, marsh flies, anything like that. Let's jump in and have a look. Okay, so good quality zips, really good quality zips. And they go right up, so you've got heaps of airflow in there. And then at each end, you've got these windows, again with really high quality Midgie mesh. You've got a little awning outside, as you can see. And this is that mattress I was talking about. So yeah, you pump that up to about 2 PSI, and it's super comfortable. From the inside here, you can see this frame. This is what I'm talking about. This is that, what's it called, airframe technology. It's just so cool. You can see it's got this A-frame at the end, this ridge across the top, and another A-frame at this end, and that's it. It's so simple, it's so fast, it's lightweight, it's really cool in here. And then looking out here, look at all this airflow. And like I said, with the traditional swag, the top opens up and you can see the stars, which is really cool. But if you look up here, there's really not that much canvas above you on that side. So I have to admit, laying in here at night, I've camped in this a couple of times as well. If you have that awning rolled up, you can see the stars. It's still really cool. I just think it would have been better if they'd put one on this side as well, if this zipped up as well. What else? You got some basic pockets in here, just little mesh pockets, one at each end. Put your head torch in, to put your phone in, keys in, that kind of thing at night. But honestly guys, I'm really excited about this. I think it's such a great quality product. It is more expensive, so I don't know if I said that yet, but $7.99 for the single and $8.99 for the double. But I imagine you would have something like this for like 10 years. So really, you're going to get a lot of value out of it. And in saying that, you are like, I've had swags for 5 to 8 years, like traditional canvas swags, so they last a long time as well. So yeah, these are more expensive, but I do really like them. They're, like I said, much lighter, cooler, more airflow, and just way quicker and easier to put up, and much smaller to store. That's the key. You know, on the big trips, you don't want to take up much room in the back of your car. So that's it. This is the Dometic Pico, P-I-C-O. You can look them up on their site, Dometic, or you can look them up on adventureconcepts.com.au. They're good mates of mine, so if you are going to buy one, please support Adventure Concepts. Huge shout out to Battery World Australia. They support me in both of my shows, an amazing company. They've got stores all around the country, so if you need to power your next adventure, make sure you check out Battery World. Do that for me, I really appreciate it. Yeah, and that's it. I test them so you guys get the best of them. Hope you like that little catchphrase. That was one of our viewers came up with that, and it slips off the tongue pretty easy. I will see you all next week for another 3 Minute Thursday. I'll have something pretty cool to review. I'm actually packing the car today to head away to film season 8 of Wild Reaches. So if you're not onto Wild Reaches, jump over and check that out, because that's a wild channel. That's where I get to test all this stuff. So we're spending 8 weeks out in the bush. That's going to be amazing. So check that out. Check out our merch, wildreaches.com/shop. You can get shirts, hats, all that stuff. And see you all next week.